long-awaited decision that could shape where the U.S. economy goes from here. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell set to announce whether the central bank will cut the key interest rate for the first time in 9 months. Now, this comes after continued urging from the president and signs of a cooling jobs market. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves is outside the New York Federal Reserve. Alicia, good morning to you. So we know the market's expecting a modest rate cut. How much may we see today?
Yeah, that's kind of the million-dollar question that everyone's trying to price in right now, along with, when can consumers and companies start to feel the benefit here? Listen, we're going to know at 2 p.m. Eastern time, the decision. Then at 2:30, we're going to hear from Fed Chair Powell about the rationale behind it. But as you noted a moment ago, right now it's baked into the market, 100% probability that we get a rate cut. The question is just how much. According to the Fed Watch tool, the CME's really closely watched, 96% probability that we get a 0.25% rate cut, just about a 4% probability that's a more aggressive 0.5% rate cut. Regardless, this is going to be the first time in about a year we're seeing interest rates start to come down. And just on the kind of sense of optimism around rates coming down, we've already started to see somewhat of an impact in certain parts of the economy, in the housing sector. Mortgage rates, those are down now to about a 3-year low. The average 30-year mortgage sitting around 6.3%, a significant drop from what we saw just a few months ago. Back in January, it was really crossing that threshold of 7%. Now, according to experts, the cut today could help further bring down, mortgage rates for home buyers, but really for borrowers across the board. It's not going to be this immediate impact. It's not going to be an overnight flip of the switch, but you're going to start to see the cost of borrowing, things like credit card rates, those start to come down over the next couple of weeks. If you're someone who's taking out a car loan or have adjustable rate car loan, that's going to start coming down in the next couple of weeks. And then for companies, this is going to be widely beneficial, going to bring earnings up as kind of the cost to borrow comes down. That opens up profit margins. And then more importantly, really, it allows companies to be able to borrow more, grow more, and then kind of rebound the labor market that's been struggling, as we've seen over the last couple of weeks with economic data, Kelly.
Yeah, that's been a big focus. And Alicia, the president has been aggressive with working to gain a majority on the Fed. What's the very latest on that effort?
Yeah, the president has made no secret he wants that, quote, majority on the Fed, the federal FOMC, the voting committee for the Fed. And he's had some success, right? Just this past week, he's got one of his close allies, Steve Murin, on as a board of governor. His confirmation was on Monday. No doubt Murin is going to be a part of the camp for the FOMC, campaigning for that more aggressive 0.5% rate cut. He might have the opportunity to sway some people on the board. The easiest ones to sway are going to be 2 other members on the board, governors that were formerly appointed by President Trump. That is Governor Waller and Governor Bowman. But the reality is the president doesn't have the majority that he would like. The FOMC is, comprised of 12 members. You're seeing on your screen there. And they include still Fed Chair Jerome Powell, to the president's chagrin, and even Lisa Cook, who's been in the headline lately. The president tried to fire her recently, but according to a recent judge ruling, she is still on the FOMC committee, still a Fed Chair board of governors. So she is going to be a part of the vote today. So the president has influence for this majority that he wants. He doesn't quite have the majority. He does not have control of the Fed. It still remains that independent body that it has historically been. Kelly?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.